There are two forces within us at war with each other. One pulling us towards our greatness and one pulling us towards comfort. And if we don't pick a side soon, the next 5 years looks just like the last 5 years. Welcome back to The Pursuit, where we help you awaken your potential and achieve your dreams. My name is Patrick, and today we are focused on resolving inner conflict. Yes, the conflict, the war within between the two forces within us. And what we really want to see from ourselves during these times of the crossroads in life is we want to see ourselves be brave. So if that's you and you want to see that greatness come out in you, or you want to resolve a conflict that you have within around a topic or a challenge before you, you're really going to love today. So let me just jump into it. I'm going to share something with you. I learned probably almost a decade ago that really, I never thought of my innerness the same way after seeing this simple formula. Here's how it goes. The part of us that wants great things for ourselves wants to say yes to opportunities, yes to challenge, yes to taking new risks, yes to trying new things, whether that's a new health goal you have or it's something you want to do and change in your relationship or your business. Take the risk of starting anything new. There is a wise and smart part of us that says yes. I hope you have found that part of you. If you haven't, let's talk. There is another part of you that is in conflict. And this one says, but, right? This is your inner skeptic. This isn't a bad or evil part of you. It's a natural part of who you are, part of the ego structure. We'll go more into ego structure in a different video. But this one says and offers all the possible conflict. But what if it doesn't work out? But what if people make fun of me? But what if we fall in the financial toilet? But, right? All the things that when we hit the edge of our comfort zone, these are all the voices that just come pouring out. Or maybe it's not a voice. Maybe it's just simply an overwhelming feeling of nervousness. And then this overwhelming flood of fear, apprehension, concern, etc. This is actually a formula. So here's how the formula goes. Yes plus one part going yes, one part going the other way, plus but, unfortunately, equals no. This is why you haven't seen yourself do that thing, whatever that thing is that you're thinking of right now, lately. This is why you've been on the fence. This is why you've been torn. This is why I keep using quotation fingers. I'm like, why do I keep doing this? There is this natural flow within you. So now the question becomes, how do we turn this formula around? How do you get past your fear, the thing that's stopping you? How do you overcome the resistance that's been resisting your greatness for a decade or more? If you know who you are. This is how we do it. We have to understand that naturally, when we remove the resistance and blocks within us, then yes plus yes equals, yep, we're doing this. If you want to see yourself turn this corner, here's something you can do. Step one, and we did this in a previous video a little bit, but I want to go a little deeper into it. Let's tease out what's going on with that but, that thing inside of yourself that's resistant. So what you need to do is you need to start just identifying 2 or 3 thoughts, emotions, and just giving them space. Now you might be saying, no, Patrick, no, that's not what I've been told. I've been told you got to shove that voice down. You got to ignore it. You got to just silence it out. La, 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 la. I guess if that's your personal approach, how's that been working for you? Right? Has it really helped you get to where you want to go just by silencing it? And even if you got there, what did you have to sacrifice in your health that became part of that? Yeah? Okay. So the thing we want to do is we just want to mindfully, without judgment, this is important, without judgment, just write out what it is. Maybe it's, and just begin every sentence with but, just literally acknowledging and tapping into the voice of resistance. What does it sound like? but what if I fail? Right? I hope you write these as questions and not statements, because questions have opportunities to have answers. Statements or conclusions have no room. So even if it's a conclusion within you, try to at least just put a question mark at the end and see how that goes for you. But what if I fail? But what if people laugh? Or maybe you're thinking of starting a business. What if no one comes? What if, people don't like it? What if, you end up in the financial toilet, whatever. There's so many buts that you could put here. Maybe you're thinking of getting back into health, but what if I get injured? There's a J in there. Now these are all sometimes very valid concerns. Sometimes these concerns are coming literally through the lens of fear, but we still need to give them space and acknowledge them. Then from there, I think it's important to do what some have called fear setting, where you literally say, okay, so what if I fail? Instead of ignoring, repressing, denying, and avoiding this force of resistance within me, what if I did something absolutely crazy and actually listened to it? I know, crazy wisdom, right? So what if you do fail? What would happen? Well, then I'd have to feel, insignificant, not enough, or just sad or whatever. In other words, when fear comes in, when the conflict is happening within you, first you need to understand the formula. The second you need to understand is let's tease out, let's pull out, and let's go lean into that voice of fear or concern or the inner skeptic or whatever you want to call it. And let's give it room to speak. What does it say? It says, this might happen. And this might happen. And that might happen. Okay. So now, if it serves you, you might want to go one more step, ask one more question. Is that true? Is it true that all my friends will laugh at me? Is that true? Is it true that your life will be ruined, or whatever sentence you write out? Is it true that you might feel bummed or sad if it doesn't work out? Okay. Well, first off, can you be certain that that's true? I mean, you're talking about your ability to forecast the future. I mean, are you sure? How certain are you that that's absolutely going to happen? Now you start to have the real conversation with yourself. Now you start to go back and say, okay, maybe I could take that but and turn it into a maybe. That would be a good progress point. And then maybe I can continue to work with it and turn that maybe into I might be ready. And then you might turn I think I'm ready into let's do this. I love when I see people turn the corner into let's do this. Maybe you've had one of those moments in your life where you felt that shift and you just felt the surge come through you of confidence, bravado that said, let's do this thing. Then yes plus yes, I already know your future at this point. I already know that it's going to happen because you already called out all the roadblocks. You've already called out all the worst things that can happen. And you said, you know what? Given that might happen, I'm still willing to say yes to it. Now, my friend, you're ready for the journey. You're ready for the climb. So I hope that you learned something today. I hope that if you do this exercise, it pulls something from you. And by the way, if you have any other tips or advice of how you've personally overcome the inner resistance, whether it's creating a pro-con list, whatever, I'd love to hear your wisdom and insight in the comments below. And always, if you found something valuable today, the best way to say thank you is to hit that like button. And we'd love for you to join our community by hitting the subscribe button. And until we see you next time, may the fire within lead to happiest heights and the road you travel be lined with lights. We'll see you next time.